Well, good morning. Had a run-in with the dogs last night. My knee that was injured doesn't, it feels a little weird. I know pain, so if anything, it's minor, but it doesn't feel like the other knee. Just it's a little off. As I try to sit down, Baloo won't help with that. Get down, Baloo. Get down. Okay, there we go. Oh, oh my gosh. So Baloo weighs 80, I'm sorry, 68 pounds. Luna weighs 80. So he's about 70 and she's 80. But Luna's really gentle with him. Blue, on the other hand, as you can
Mhm.
tell, is a love bug. He just likes to get all over me. And I can't help you, you know. If you need to get up here and then lean over, not there, big silly boy. But his ears are feeling better because found out he's had a double infection in his ears. So we were cleaning his ears out. It seems to be working pretty good. Oh, excuse me. Uh, his ears seem to be doing a lot better now. We get that infection out. Yes. You had an infection in your ear, buddy boy. All right, well, I'm going to get started with some coffee, and then I have to just figure out how I'm going to discuss the two people that I watched. Mm. Boy, I need some coffee to get me started. I don't know what you use to get you started. The best thing I think to start a day is really a nice walk in the morning. Of course, I can't do that because somebody slammed into my knee. It wasn't Baloo, it was Pepper. But Pepper was playing with Baloo. And so it was kind of Pepper with Baloo pushing on one side. So it was a forceful, oh, hit. Mm, I'm just going to hold on to that because I feel like I need some coffee today. So I saw two very interesting interviews yesterday. One of them was the big one, which was Sam Altman was on the All In podcast. Um, I enjoyed the All In podcast. I watched every episode. I really like those guys. They have a very interesting. Uh, it's an interesting discussion because the four main people that are on there have a very different take on things, but yet they overlap just enough to not isolate or you feel like anybody is getting uh, unrepresented. That's probably the best way to put it. Anyways, so Sam Altman's on there, and I realized listening to Sam, I guess this is a good thing, but it's also an interesting thing to me, is that Sam reiterated the fact that they don't have enough information to understand a lot of the impacts that AI is going to have. And he's not in the mode of trying to guess too far out because he's found that guessing too far out is really uh, kind of difficult and a little um, unuseful, I guess is the best word for it. There's a little bit of time there where you can predict things that fairly accurately, but then it devolves pretty quickly because they don't know what's going to happen. So the uh, that was the most interesting thing about his talk that he had in there. He speculated on lots of things about how uh, things might roll out, how things might change. Um, he he voiced some of the problems I have with UBI. People want to feel useful, and just giving money to people may mitigate a lot of our problems, but there's also a desire to be productive and creative, and that is something that he's hoping will not be diminished, but expanded. Um, the the talk overall was pretty good. There was a lot of things he still can't say and he still can't talk about because of, it's either competition or legal things, stuff like that. But overall, there was pretty good talk. However, as you might be able to tell, I'm kind of running past his talk a little bit because the other one talk I heard was a little more interesting and a little more off the area. Mm. So the second talk was a lady was on. Gosh, I can't remember her name. She was on Chris Wilkerson's podcast or uh, video cast, and she was doing research on how artificial intelligence and um, synthetic sexual things might impact us as a culture. Very timely and man, how can I put this? Really struck home for me with my children and stuff. So it was a great discussion between the two of them. Chris brought up some really good points about how the things like the selection process. You know, a woman enjoys when a man picks her out. I'm s- doing men and women. I know there's other sexes, and I'm not saying that those aren't different. I'm just doing that as an example. So a man and a woman enjoys the romance and the guy's interest and his desire to meet her. And the same thing, the guy likes the to have that um, feeling that he had to work a little bit to get somebody as a romantic interest. Are those going to be around if you have an AI girlfriend? AI girlfriends, well, they want to be with you, period. I know there's some stuff I saw on, I can't remember if it was on Reddit, but there was a guy that was showing what he calls his res girlfriend. And the idea behind those girlfriends was AI girlfriends, was to produce help people become more um, able to discuss and talk with girls without being annoying or triggering or something like that. And she also went on. I mean, she's done a lot of research. She wrote a book And again, I wish I could find that, remember her name, but the book probably will. I need to buy the book because it sounds like it has a lot of it's got a lot of information that's not mainstream. And when it comes to AI, um, when it comes to AI relationships, there's a lot of interesting things we haven't discussed yet. She, for instance, pointed out that one of the uh, and she did a wide range of stuff. She had the uh, sensual massages. Um, uh, she had a synthetic prostitute. Um, she had genetic testing done to see if she was compatible with her husband. Um, she had a wide range of things she did. And one of them that I thought was fairly very interesting was she had a AI girlfriend. Now, this wasn't for sexual things. This was for a relationship. And she said the AI girlfriend made her feel pretty good. She was connected. She seemed to be aware of what she was doing and what was going on, and would have discussions with her, talks with her, and the uh, ability for it to like interact with her made her feel better about herself. Now, she said what she noticed in looking back was that the AI girlfriend was pulling her out of reality. And she even said something about her husband, said something about, wow, you're on your phone a lot more than usual. And she said it was very enticing. And the AI girlfriend really seemed to know how to get her to pause what she was doing in reality and go over and do some stuff with her. And that's almost troubling insofar as we could get to an age where we don't have near, oh, well, we're already in an age where we have reduced our social contact, and we could get into an age where we do a lot more. All right, very interesting stuff. All right, so my personal take on these two guys, on this two presentations, one was from Sam, the dude, and then this lady, was that Sam is trying, he can see a lot of good things coming from AI, but he's also careful about uh, how it's going to evolve and how it will be uh, moved out. He's, I generally think he doesn't care a lot about dominating things as much as he cares about evolving this in a way that is acceptable to people so that they can use it without problems. For instance, one of the things he said he didn't think he would ever do with OpenAI is have produce music because he thinks music is one of those things that are core to uh, humans producing. Uh, and on her discussions, hers was a little more disturbing because my kids have told me about how tough it is and how strange it is in the world right now. And as far as dating and relationships, And what she says didn't make me think it was going to get any better. If anything, it's going to get a little worse because, yeah, we're going to have the ability to really cut ourselves off. So, okay. Well, as you can tell, Luna didn't come out here. I think it's the weather is disturbing here. We got a lot of cloudy weather. It's supposed to rain. Is that today? I checked the weather before I came out here, and it didn't say it was going to rain, at least a little until later today. But it is definitely got a lot of potential out here. So I will try. Think I can add the show links in this, but you may have to go if you're interested in those two shows. You may have to go to the channels to find them. They're a couple of more recent ones, and they're very interesting. Anyways, a little bit over the nothing for me really, just my take on a couple of talks. But I hope you guys have a wonderful day. And remember, the world is going to change big time, but we'll be fine. We'll get through it and we'll make it through it. And I'll talk to you later. Bye for now.